Hello everyone, this is author, motivational speaker, and dating coach Matthew C. Horne, and I bring you a video tonight titled, Making the Full Transition into the Sexy Attractive Man, Choose Your Master. I have one for you tonight. But before we go any further, always know, my videos in the dating space, they're inspired by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Get your copies. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to continue to push me with the algorithm so I can continue to bring you these elevated messages. But when I speak of making the full transition into the sexy, attractive man, choose your master, I'm speaking to a particular type of man tonight. Maybe you've watched my content, you've been making some changes, things have been getting better for you, but you haven't made the full transition, meaning that you're having experiences that are a reflection of your old self in conjunction with having experiences that are in conjunction with you improving yourself. So you're in a middle ground. But this is dedicated to helping you to make the full transition. And to make the full transition is you have to decide what side of life that serves you the most, that gives you the optimal experience, that gives you the most fulfilling experiences. And as you're transitioning, things are getting better. You've heard some words I've said, you've watched my videos, and you're able to make some transitions, but yet and still you can't make the full transition, which means that there's remnants of your old self that are still present in your life. And that's what you have to escape, because becoming a sexy, attractive man means that you see life in a completely new light. You've taken inventory of your gifts, your talents, your abilities. You're not looking around at other men. You're desiring yourself. You have a fixated, concrete view of yourself, and you're seeing your best, and you're amplifying and improving your best. And now the best is beginning to come back to you. But then there's still remnants of your past. There's still remnants of how you used to move that look safe, but yet and still there's a new experience that you're having that's calling your name. That's the new master. And as the Bible says, you cannot serve two masters. You have to love one and despise the other. Something made you want to make the transition. Something inside of you resonates with the words that I speak. That something knows the best that life has to offer you, and that something is telling you the best that you have to offer to life. So something is calling you to serve the right master, the master that is in accordance with the best that you have to offer. Because before you make a transition or even entertain the notion of becoming a sexy, attractive man, a man who's clicking on all cylinders, who has a full awareness of himself, you're having experiences that are familiar, but they're not fulfilling. That's what makes you tune in to my words. And maybe you have other sources that you take in. Something is unfulfilling and it's constant that makes you want to explore something different that's better. And if you've been taking in the words in my videos, something better has entered your life. Your experiences are becoming more heightened. You can relate to what I'm saying because you're implementing what I'm saying and things are getting better, but yet and still you dabble into the old you that's familiar. You're incrementally improving and not making a full improvement. And that is by proxy of not making a full transition. A full transition means that you accept the new you. You accept everything that's coming with the new you. You accept how women are responding to you differently and they've never responded to you that way. You accept that there are opportunities that are coming your way that are elevated that you've never been offered before. You're getting an invitation to have a seat at the table of your personal greatness, the table of the fullness of you. And within that, your experiences are changing, but of course, as I said in my previous video, there's a drought. There's a season where old things are dropping off and new things are entering your life and they're becoming new. And so even though you haven't seen the full picture of the new, you're getting glimpses of it. And once you submit to that picture, you're serving a new master. The trueness of who you are and who you were sent here to be. You have to serve that master. And once you serve that master, then you're going to have experiences that are such a departure from the previous experiences that you had, that you understand concretely that this is where you're supposed to be. So I see men maybe that I coach, maybe in my community and things like that. And I see men make advances and then they make regressions. And this embodies that they'll ask the same questions after they've graduated. They'll ask the same questions. And in my professional mind, I can see that they're dabbling in two worlds. They're trying to hold on to a place that was unfulfilling, but it's familiar. You think consistency is never going to find you again. You think that these women giving you a seat at the table that are acknowledging you how they never acknowledged you before. They're offering themselves to you, but it's not consistent enough. It's not consistent enough. So you eat that fruit and then you go back and you compromise your masculinity and you offer women things and you say things like, oh, this is just how women are, this new breed of women. And you're speaking in duality. You can only serve one master. So in order to serve the right master, meaning you're mastering yourself, you have to let go of the things that were familiar. They were familiar, but you have to remember that they were unfulfilling. And that's why you came over to this side and sought wisdom to become a new man. So to fully transition and to fully go into your transformation as a masculine, sexy, attractive man, you have to serve the new master. Even if it's new, even if it's unfamiliar, even if it's intermittent, because your experiences that you desired that made you escape the picture that previously defined you, your new experiences that you desired are at your doorstep. You're getting an invitation. Life is showing you that you belong here. You're having better experiences. You're getting better job offers. You're getting better business opportunities. A higher caliber of people want to be around you. This is the new you. And this is the master that you have to submit to. But congruently, there's still that old you that's still calling your name. And you're tempted to blend the two worlds. So in order to completely make the transition into the sexy, attractive man, you have to acknowledge and you have to understand that duality is in your space. There's a new man that's calling your name, that's showing you. You're getting an invitation to become a new person. You're getting an invitation that's in accordance with the improvements that you've made in your life. But the duality is that that old man is still present because you haven't buried that man. You haven't despised that master and accepted your new master. So there's a picture that you deliberately wanted to escape. That's why you listen to channels like mine. That's why you are congruent with messages that are taking you away. There was something that you were trying to escape because it was familiar, but it was unfulfilling. There was something that you were trying to escape, but that old man is going to be present until the new man gives you experiences that makes you realize that the old man did not serve you. And so you have to go deeper into your new experiences and you have to go through the transition into the new man. Because once you go through that transition, then the old things are passed away. They don't make sense anymore. But they're going to make sense if you're existing within two worlds. If you're dibbling and dabbling. If you're saying, okay, I'll do it the right way, the new way, and I'll get those experiences, but I still want to hold on to the old me because I'm not sure if this new thing is me. If you're not sure, then life cannot transition you into a place where you know that the old things did not make any sense and they didn't serve you. You have to make a full transition. You have to decide which master that you're going to serve. And once you serve the new master, the right master, meaning you're mastering yourself as opposed to just existing and taking whatever comes to you, once you serve that new master, you'll go so deep into new experiences that your old experiences are obsolete and you can't even remember them. And you can't remember them because they don't make sense anymore. There's a new realm that you're supposed to exist in. And I see it. I see it for you all. I see people hit me up for coaching and, an hour or a year-long journey, whatever the case may be. And I see them, holding on to the past where they overinvested themselves. They pedestalize women. They allow women to play with them. And then they're transitioning and they're seeing an invitation to come to the new side of what they've become. But they don't believe that they belong in the frame of that picture. Your quality of life is going to depend on whether you observe that you're stepping into a new frame of a picture or whether you accept that you have stepped into a new frame of a picture and it's supposed to be your fixture. Life gives us choices. And just because you made some good choices by putting effort and energy into transitioning, into changing and elevating, that is not secure that you're going to reach your promised land. Your promised land is when you have a full understanding of who you are, what you possess, and what you have to offer. And you own that. That's when you serve a new master. But if you don't own that, then you're always going to be tossed to and fro. And when you're tossed to and fro, your improvements mean nothing because you're running in a hamster wheel. You're delving between two worlds, and you can't advance that way. You can't reach your promised land. Your promised land is when you have a collection of new experiences that make your old experiences obsolete. They don't make any sense because you understand that your old self represented inferior experiences. And your new self represents the superior experiences that you're supposed to have that are aligned with everything that you were designed to be. When I say becoming a sexy, attractive man, I say take full inventory of yourself. Full inventory. Don't look around to the right or to the left. What men have, attributes they have that you'll never have. You take full inventory of yourself and you see attributes within yourself that no other man is going to possess because you're the individual that showed up here to make your individual impact on life. And so when you fully inhale yourself and you say, you know what, I do have these gifts, I do have these talents, I do have this unique way and perspective that I see the world. I do have something to offer. I have been operating in these things, but I didn't have an awareness of it. And when I operated in my best attributes, people were impacted. Life gave me better offerings. But you didn't understand it, so you couldn't recreate it. When you master yourself, that means that you can consistently and regularly recreate heightened experiences. That's called mastery. You can look at Michael Jordan, and in the playoffs, he has the highest scoring average in the playoffs in the history of the NBA. He knew what was in him, and he produced. He mastered himself. He didn't fall victim to, I only scored this amount of points in the regular season. He knew when it was his time. That was aligned with the great player, the greatest of all time that he was. And he performed because he served the right master. He served his true self. He was a departure. He was the greatest. And the greatest is inside of you, and the greatest is calling you. So you have to decide which master you're going to serve. Yeah, that girl that treated you wrong, that feeds you plates of shit, that plays with you, she's available. But then there's a new segment of woman that you've met that has a lust in her eye, that has a recognition of who you are. And she offers herself to you. And there's no stress. There's nothing that's taking you away from yourself. You're able to take her energy and match your energy with her, and it's sweatless, it's easy. And so you're caught in between two worlds. And you tell yourself lies that, yeah, I had this experience, but most women are like this. So I still have to eat this shit, but I'm going to eat this new experience. I'm going to embark on this new experience. And so the worlds are colliding because you are not solid within yourself. Accept the invitation based on the improvement that you made. When you accept that invitation, then you're going to go to the other side. That's your promised land. Your promised land is the full awareness of who you are, what you have to offer, and an observation of the impact that you make when you operate in your highest self, the highest offers that you have to give. You are impactful. That's why you came to my channel. You're impactful. Something impactful wants to govern you. Something impactful wants to be your Lord. Something impactful wants you to master yourself by submitting to this masterful voice that's telling you who you are. So if you're delving in between two worlds, that's your choice. If you're holding on to something that's familiar while simultaneously elevating, you're going to reach a level ground of frustration. So the choice is yours. There's some things you're going to have to leave behind as you're transitioning into the sexy, attractive man. There's some things you're going to have to leave behind until you reach a place of new familiarity. You have an invitation to the table. Women are responding to you differently. And your mind and your spirit has to catch up to the ascension that you made based on the work that you've done on yourself. So if you don't catch up, then essentially you're putting new wine in old skins. You're holding on to something that's familiar while you're simultaneously becoming a new man. It's going to blow up, as it does in the Bible. Those new wines and old skins, that's what the Bible says. When you try to pour new wine into old skins, the skins blow up. And that's why you're frustrated. That's why you're taking 2 steps backward. You're taking 2 steps forward, 1 step backward, 2 steps backwards. You're stagnant. And you're frustrated because now new has presented itself to you and you're not submitting to the new master. So let the new master take you through the experiences that it's offering you, take you to the side that you can never look back, take you to your promised land. There's a promised land that awaits every man under the sound of my voice. Don't delve into the two worlds. Let some things go. Don't be afraid to go through a drought, because the drought is your graduation into your new season, into your new self. And once you become your new self, you can never look back because the experiences are too fulfilling. You realize that you've been lied to. You realize that every way that you were functioning before your new self began to present itself to you was falsity. It was an inferior experience. So let the inferior experience go and go fully into your new self. There's some things that you're going to have to let go. There's some things that you're going to have to be in your past, man. And it's perfectly fine because you're not that person anymore. Accept everything new that's for you. Go from level to level, increase to increase. That's what the promised land looks like. So accept the invitation. Some of you have been listening to me and things are getting better. It's intermittent, it's not consistent, but they're getting better. And you never experienced better before, but you came over here to experience better. Serve that master. Go to the other side. There's something greater for you to experience. And stay there long enough. Despise the previous experiences, the previous versions of yourself, the remnants of the previous version of yourself. Despise those. Let them go, even if they're still present and they're offering themselves to you. Understand the frustration that made you want to go to the other side. And once the other side finds itself to you because you've been doing some work on yourself, go all the way to that side. You'll never be able to look back. You'll never be able to look back because you'll realize that you've been lied to. You'll realize that what was once comfortable, that became frustrating, was a representation of an inferior experience. You're greater than that. Go towards your greatness. That's the full transition into the sexy, attractive man. You have to decide which master you're going to serve. The evidence of the man that you're becoming, which is showing you the man that you're ultimately going to become, your best man, or the remnants of the past that left you frustrated, that made you seek a new man. So you're going to believe you're the new man as you get the invitations that validate that you're becoming the new man, or you're going to falter to the old man of familiarity and go back to your own vomit and experience the frustration. I made this as clear as I possibly could, man. I was inspired to give this message. I hope I was effective, and just know I gave it my best. This has been Matthew C. Horne, author, motivational speaker, and dating coach. Bring you a video tonight just talking about making the full transition to the sexy, attractive man. Deciding which master you're going to serve. Choosing the right master. Master yourself to the point that the previous you is irrelevant. Something called your name. Something called your name to change. And once you submit to that master, and that master begins to show you who you are based on your improvements and your elevation, that master is showing you the fullness of who you are, and you can experience the fullness of who you are if you don't succumb to the inferior master, which is the inferior version of yourself that you previously delved in. Something called your name, man. This has been Matthew C. Horne once again. I'm your voice, I'm your catalyst, all right? Get with me. If you're making that transition, get with me for all types of coaching that I offer. I will fully help you to get to a point that you're never going to look back. New life, new wine, new skins. It's brought to you by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available on my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Get your copies. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to continue to push me with the algorithm so I can continue to bring you these elevated messages. And if you want me to make a custom video, I see you all in the comments, okay? A donation to my PayPal and my Cash App that's in my video description of $150 or more will get your custom video on my channel in 24 hours or less. If you want me to make a custom video, you make a donation, and there's a note feature on PayPal and Cash App where you can leave the title of the video that you want me to make, and I'll make your video. It will be on my channel in 24 hours or less. If your subject matter is more in depth than just leaving a note on PayPal or Cash App, you still make your $150 or more donation to my PayPal or Cash App that's in my video description, and you email me at matt@matthewchorne.com with your more in-depth description of what you want me to make your video on. And once again, your video will be on my channel in 24 hours or less. Everything's fast over here because I'm giving my best. I'm in tune with myself. That's why my voice resonates with you. If you've been impacted by my message in this video, I want you to make a donation to my PayPal and my Cash App. That's in my video description, as well as pinned to the top of the comments. I'll never tell you what to donate. Donate according to how you've been impacted. I think that's fair, because I don't take your donations for granted, and your donations continue to help me to elevate and grow and move forward as I continue to bring you this elevated content on a consistent basis and help you to grow and move forward as well. So make your donations. I don't take any of them for granted. And just show your appreciation. Make a donation. If you're in need of coaching, if my voice resonates with you, and you have issues and impediments within the dating space that you're unable to overcome, your highest experiences, your most heightened experiences, your elevated experiences, they come and they go. You're stuck in between two worlds. That's why I'm here to be your coach. I'm here to take you over to the other side. So if you're in need of coaching, email me at matt@matthewchorne.com. Leave your name, your phone number, and whatever issue that you're facing in the dating space, and I'll do an assessment, and I'll respond to your email promptly. And then I'll give you the terms of the coaching. We'll set a date and time. The coaching will commence. matt@matthewchorne.com. Very easy. And I'm still looking for 5 individuals. The slots are filling up. The inquiries are coming in. And I'm almost at the point where I'm not going to be able to take any more people. I'm only taking on 5 people. This is not a money grab, because I give so much of myself to you all in this particular year-long coaching journey space, okay? If you want to take a year-long coaching journey with me, this is what it looks like. A minimum of 3 coaching calls per week. You have 24-hour access to me if you're in a situation that you need help, guidance. You can reach out to me 24 hours a day. I'm going to respond. 3 coaching calls a week, 24-hour access to me. In addition to, once I've been coaching you and I see you improve, then I'm also going to meet up with you in person no matter where you are in the world. And we'll go out, we'll meet women, we'll hang out, and I can assess you in person once I understand that you've been making improvements. This is very hands-on. And there's going to be some life coaching integrated into this as well, because you have to become a particular type of man to grace the stages that that master inside of you is showing you that you're supposed to grace. If you're interested in taking a year-long coaching journey with me, my voice has been resonating with you, and you understand that there are some transitions that you need to make to become your best self. I'm your man. Give me a year of your life, it will never be the same. It will never be the same. If you're interested in a year-long coaching journey, then email me at matt@matthewchorne.com. Leave mentorship in the subject matter of the email, and leave your name, your phone number, tell me about yourself, and tell me where you are and ultimately where you want to go. I will do an assessment and I will call you. And once I call you, we'll determine if we're a good fit to work with one another. And I can't make this plain enough, okay? You're going to have to invest in yourself. You've wasted plenty of money simping, doing stupid shit. You've wasted plenty of energy overextending yourself. You're going to have to invest in yourself. This is not free. I can't make this as plain enough, okay? To get over the hump, you're going to have to invest in yourself. And I'm your voice. I resonate with you, and I'm your coach, okay? If you're interested in a year-long coaching journey, like I said, mentorship in the subject of the email, leave your name, your phone number, and then tell me about yourself, where you are, and where you want to go. I'll promptly respond to you and call you within hours, and then we'll make the determination. But this is a life-changing space. Lastly, my dating coaching community on the school platform. There's nothing like it. In my dating coaching community, I want everyone to sign up. In my dating coaching community, you get a minimum of 2 exclusive videos that are not on YouTube just for the community. Right now, the videos I'm making are on fully transitioning to the sexy attractive man. This is just exclusive for the members of my community. And also you get to get on a Zoom call with me once a week. Every Monday at 8 p.m., the members of the community get on a Zoom call with me. I do a monologue on a particular topic, and then you can dialogue with me, ask me questions about that topic. And the remainder of the time is for everyone in the community to get in the moment dating coaching. You can ask me whatever you want to ask me. Every video is archived. Every Zoom call is archived. Every video is archived. You can join my community and you can catch up. And then we can hop on that Monday Zoom and you can be right in tune with the rest of us and where we are. It's an amazing space. I'm here for you. So if you want to join my Matthew C. Horne Dating Coaching Community, the link to sign up will be in the video description as well as pinned to the top of the comments. This is an amazing space for you to have personal access to me every week. It's an amazing space. The men in the group are getting breakthroughs. I'm seeing constant improvement, and I'm proud of everyone who signed up. And my desire is that everyone under the sound of my voice signs up for my dating coach community, okay? That's all I have for you. Make the decisions, make the choices to fully transition into the sexy attractive man. The man who's clicking on all cylinders, the man who is not in duality, the man who has a solid sense of self because he's accepted himself. He understands what he has to offer. He understands what his best is, and he gives his best because he submits to the master, the right master that's within him. You have 2 choices. This day I set before you, as the Bible says, life or death. Death is not fulfilling the fullness of your potential that you showed up to fulfill by being birthed to earth. That's the definition of death, is not truly fulfilling your potential. But life is having a full understanding of yourself, who you are, what you have to offer, and never entertaining the previous version of yourself. Going to your promised land. When you go to your promised land, you experience the best returns that life has to offer you. You experience optimal fulfillment. And the old you doesn't make sense because you're making so much impact as the new version of yourself that you were created to be. That's all I have for you all. I see you all soon.